Was that an explosion?
Sound like Armageddon. Is it here? Dang. Any day now. Oh, shoot.
What was that?
You think it's Armageddon?
Oh gosh, maybe. Finally.
Dang, any day now.
Oh, baby. We made sure to wait till we had kids. And now all of this is going to pay off. We sold the house, so many sacrifices. And it's almost 1976.
5, 4, 3, oh, I'm scared. 2, 1. It's 1976 now. Think Jehovah on California time?
It's gotta be.
It better be, cause we done got rid of the damn house.
Hey, it's 2025.
Literally.
Any day now.
No, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, it been any day for a long time, shoot. My grandparents said that and they gone.
Mine too. I'm tired of this. I'm ready to live my life.
All right, say less.
YouTube ski, what it do ski? We back and we got a good one to cook up as always.
As per usual. What are we talking about today, babe?
Well, we're gonna ask a question. Is Jehovah's Witnesses the true religion? Or is it just another doomsday cult?
Yikes.
It's gonna rub some people the wrong way and other people gonna feel it. Let's get into it.
But we all know the answer, okay? Let's just see. I think a good thing to do first is define what exactly Jehovah's Witnesses' definition of who they are is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because nobody's actually going to admit to being a doomsday cult, right?
No. Nobody knowingly joins the cult like, that's a cult. I want to be a part of that.
Absolutely
you get tricked.
not. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at what Jehovah's Witnesses say who they are. Jehovah's Witnesses, who are we? We come from hundreds of ethnic and language backgrounds, yet we are united by common goals. Above all, we want to honor Jehovah, the God of the Bible and the creator of all things. We do our best to imitate Jesus Christ and are proud to be called Christians. Each of us regularly spends time helping people learn about the Bible and God's kingdom. Because we witness or talk about Jehovah God and his kingdom, we are known as Jehovah's Witnesses.
Pretty broad,
Yes, that is literally such a basic, definition. They're saying we're Christians, you know what I mean? We serve the God of the Bible and we follow Jesus Christ. And also for people who always say Jehovah's Witnesses are not Christians, they literally define themselves as Christians, okay?
But they're not real Christians.
I don't know what that means.
And for people, that's a common thing you hear when you talk about something a Christian did that's hypocritical or something screwed up they did. Well, they're not a real Christian. A Christian is anybody who follows Jesus Christ. If you believe Jesus Christ existed and you believe in that religion, you are a Christian.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to follow it perfectly. Nobody does. Everybody is quote unquote imperfect, right?
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter what type. Basic definition, you believe in Jesus Christ, period.
That's it. It doesn't matter. Even if a whole pastor or reverend end up being a crook.
It doesn't matter.
He's still a Christian. He's still Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we covered that part. Now, some people will say, it's not a cult. It's not a doomsday cult. Do you even know what a doomsday cult is?
Right.
Well, let's pull up what a doomsday cult is. It says a religious movement whose members believe that an apocalyptic event will soon occur.
Yeah.
Well,
that is literally that's the definition of it. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people don't even recognize when they are in doomsday cults. Because most religions have some kind of doomsday factor
exactly
in it. And that's what motivates a lot of people. Oh, you don't want to be you need to stop doing this because you're going to regret it. You're going to be burning in hell. You're going to be this and that. You're going to be destroyed in Armageddon.
Yep, you put these people on an invisible timer. What's scarier than that? Like, none of these religions or cults have a date.
No.
because that wouldn't work, because a date eventually comes. So you can set an invisible date that it may be next year, maybe in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you keep people in a panic and tell them you need to be in order or else consequences are coming.
Yep.
Anytime.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a doomsday cult.
Absolutely. And you get to continue to control whatever narrative you are pushing. So if you are saying you have to follow this rule, this rule, this rule, you have to be this way, this way, this way, because this is my interpretation of the holy text or of the Bible, you know what I mean? Then this is what you have to do in order to not be destroyed. You get to keep on passing that on from generation after generation after generation, because these are new ears that are coming to hear it.
Yep, and I think about when a lot of people get this fellowship, you are trying to hurry and get back before it's too late.
Yes.
And look at all the people that have been disfellowship. Like, I was disfellowship in 2016, and I got back in 2017 because I'm trying to get back before it's too late. We're in 2025 now. Like, come on, my mom been disfellowship my whole life. There's no end coming with this religion of everybody being on this timer or else. Like, no, you get to live your life until you die.
Yes.
That's it.
And I think we've talked about this before, but life is so like nuanced. So all the time you're going through cycles of like death and rebirth anyway, you know, like life is going through that. Society is going through that. Life as we knew it 20 years ago is not currently what it is.
Shooting
so,
for 5 years.
Even 5 years,
Pre-COVID.
literally pre-COVID, like things are so much different now. So that's another cycle of like death and destruction, right? Because our life then has basically been destroyed, and we have to change how we do things, how we view things. Like life is different now.
Yeah, even like technology. There was a time
Exactly.
where, like, now you see people walking around like this on their phone or at a concert.
Yes.
Instead of looking through their eyes, they holding the screen up, recording like this. Like, that wasn't a thing 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
That's mind-blowing. Kids on like iPads and like watching TV. Like, think back to whenever TV was not invented. You know what I mean? That's a totally different life you have to get used to, and these things get put in so quickly, but like without you even noticing, and it becomes your new normal.
Exactly. Well, back to the lesson at hand. Is this a doomsday cult? Because we pulled up the definition, and then we showed that Jehovah's Witnesses didn't claim to be a doomsday cult. They just say, we worship Jehovah and we believe in Jesus and we're Christians. Well, let's go back to their website. And doomsday in Christianity is often called, we're in the last days.
Yes, last days or Armageddon. Those are like the trigger words right there.
So we'll just type in last days, and I mean, maybe they'll have like an article or two.
Maybe 10.
Maybe. That might be OD. I don't know if it's going to be 10. 10, that could be a lot.
Right.
We ain't even... Listen, if we would have went through all them pages, man, this video would have been hours long.
And you have to think, that's only us typing in last days. Now, imagine typing in Armageddon. Imagine typing in destruction. Remember, we always talk about how whenever we were Jehovah's Witnesses, this wasn't something that was talked about, you know, like once a week or once every other week. This was talked about constantly.
Almost every meeting.
Yes. And it instills such a fear and panic in you that whenever you see all of the things that are happening out here in the world that have, they make it seem like it's never happened before, you know, like this isn't just a part of being a human. No, they make it seem like this is the end.
This is it right here.
Yes. And it's the repetition of it. Like, we have seen in psychology that repeating something over and over and over again, it doesn't actually have to be the truth, but because it's being repeated as if it is the truth, our mind takes it in as law. Like, that is the truth.
It's that simple. It's like a person with low self-esteem. Like, think of somebody who's very attractive.
Yeah.
But if their whole life they've been told they ugly.
Yeah.
They would believe it. Or if it was an island full of people that were 5'2",
yeah,
and they've been told, man, you are so tall, you a giant.
Yeah.
They'll get around tall people and, man, you ain't tall. Yes, I am. You're not.
Right.
Yeah, because
That's
you've
so
been taught
true.
that. And this is something funny about JW.org. The last days have taken so long that they got this many articles. Like, let that sink in.
Yes.
They have to keep making articles about this stuff because it ain't came to an end yet.
Yes.
It was the early 1900s. Multiple times where they said last days, last days, last days. And then it got to 1975. After that debunked, they figured, you know what, we need to stop putting a date on it.
Right.
Yeah, because it's every generation is looking forward to this last day and then they die.
Yeah.
And then it happens to the next generation. And at some point, a lot of our generation are going, hold on.
I'm tired.
Yeah, you notice the pattern. People are dying, waiting, and it's not coming. It's taking so long that the original person that started this religion died, and then somebody else had to take over, died, and then the governing body all getting old, and was that this year or last year they just brought in some more people as the governing body.
Last year.
It's not ending.
No.
They got to keep bringing new people to be in charge of this, teaching you the last day stuff.
Yes, because they're getting older and dying. And like, we try to make light of it and everything, but also it's so sad because people are literally putting their lives on hold. Like things that they really wanted to do in life. And it's kind of just like shot down their dreams due to the fear, due to the guilt, due to the being boxed into this cage and never really being able to meet their full potential as a human, you know, because they've been told about this forever moving date of the end of the world.
And it keeps going. Even like the 144,000 and them having the magazine that all these people won't die. And they all died.
The generation that would not die.
And they have to keep changing the rules. Like once this generation dies, then it'll happen. And then they have to add a new rule. Like the overlapping generation.
Right.
Nobody outside of the Kingdom Hall has heard anything about an overlapping generation. They just make stuff up to make the time keep going. The 144,000 with millions of witnesses. Why hasn't it hit 144,000 yet?
That teaching is so insane because you base it off of one scripture. Only one scripture in the whole Bible does it say a number like that, like 144,000. And when you read it, the whole scripture is symbolic. Like 12 tribes from this area, 12 tribes from this area. And it's 12 different tribes. 12 times 12, 144,000, right? But nobody is interpreting it that way. And like, I was a victim of that too.
We all were.
You just thought, 100, it just made sense because you were told it your entire life.
But nowhere in that, as a Jehovah's Witness, do you realize Revelation is symbolic, but this number is literal.
Yeah.
And it literally goes symbolic until you get to this number, then it's literal, then the next line and everything after that is back to symbolic. It doesn't click for people.
No, it doesn't.
No,
because you're not really reading. You're not reading the Bible to have your own interpretation and understanding of it. You're reading the Bible to match their interpretation and understanding of the Bible. You know what I mean? And that's how it is in so many of these religions. And I think it's almost just a lack of like, I don't know, discipline, or it's almost like laziness. You don't want to have to think and interpret things for yourself. So you just allow somebody else to tell you what it means.
And trust them.
Yeah.
Trust that they're not lying to you.
That's literally what all these religions come from.
Yeah.
And that's what's so crazy because it's like you're just relying on somebody else's understanding.
That's it.
That you believe to be smarter or more intelligent or more whatever.
Which is the sign of a cult. A leader that has access to information that you don't.
Yeah.
And you know, people may say, well, it's about to happen any day. But think about to. How you use that in any other situation besides this. About to. Like, think about a couple.
Okay.
And they've been together for 10 years. And he's like, I'm about to get you a ring, though. I'm about to get you a ring. And it becomes 15 years, 20 years, 30 years.
Yes.
They've been boyfriend and girlfriend, and he's about to propose to her.
Yes.
Next thing you know, they old.
Yeah.
Anybody else looking at them would be like, y'all ain't getting married, or women will look at her and be like, you stupid, he ain't gonna marry you.
Right.
That's universal right there. Anybody gets that. Or what's another one?
You have to apply this to like real life scenarios. So even imagine somebody who is stuck in high school and is like, yeah, I'm about to graduate. I'm about to graduate. Or going to college. I'm about to graduate. They're 40 years old, 30 years old. Imagine a 30-year-old in high school.
Does that sound crazy?
It sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy. Why are you 30? Why are you still here?
Right.
There's no progress. It's not, after a while, it look like it, man, this ain't happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, imagine the promise, because this is a real life scenario that happens in real life, okay? Imagine somebody gets diagnosed with a terminal illness. Let's say cancer, because that's just easy to relate to. And the doctors are telling you, yeah, you only have 6 months to live, or you only have 4 months to live. And the person's like, yeah, I'm about to die. You're moving different in life, right? Because you believe that you're about to die. So you're selling stuff probably, you know, making out your will. Then imagine they live for 10 to 15 more years.
Or their whole life think about somebody, doctor tell them that at 20.
Yeah.
Hey, you're about to, any day now could be your last.
Yeah.
Okay, and this person lived to be 90.
Yeah.
That's this organization with this, or a lot of these religions with this we in the last day stuff.
Yeah.
Slaves use that as hope in the 1800s because it was the last days. And they believe, looking at their conditions, we are in the last days. Where they at?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Come on now, they was getting lynched praying. Come on, look where we at. It's 2025, man.
Yeah.
Get real.
And there's people who survived it and who are here to tell the stories of that, you know? And it's like, oh, but it's about to come.
Any day now.
Yeah. Like,
and it's so bogus, they have to twist and take a simple definition and razzle dazzle something you never heard before.
Yeah.
Well, it's because God days ain't like our days.
Oh, it's 100 years.
Yeah, his years is different from our years.
One day is 100 years to God. Like, what?
Like
where'd you get that from?
For real. A book, because it says all is inspired of God.
Inspired.
But this is the thing. Prove it. Well, because it says right here.
That's not
That's not proof.
proof.
No. But I don't know. What do y'all think about this? Of course, we're going to have, I say, 98% agreed and that 2% to like the troll. Like, no, you guys, it's just watch. Jehovah's going to show you. He's not.
And honestly, it's not even hate on like religion and stuff. It's just being able to be realistic about different things. And there's nothing wrong with having faith in some, but also just know like what it is. It's not reality, like it's not knowing. No, it's you have faith in this because you believe that it may happen, but belief is not necessarily truth. Belief is not, belief is definitely not always fact.
No, you can have belief all you want, but you have to be realistic and understand that the people telling you this, just ask yourself, I'm not even going to answer it. What do they gain by telling you or teaching you this?
I think that's a good way to look at things, because if they have something to gain out of it, then maybe the intentions are not so pure.
Come on now. Yeah, but let us know what y'all think. Hit us on our Instagram at Awaken Truths IG. Don't forget TikTok, and that's at Awaken Truths LLC.
We have our healing journals. We have the regular edition as well as the Pimo edition. And just catch us in our next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Peace.